Hey everybody, my name is Mordi Spero from Atlantic Seaboard NCSY, and welcome to the NCSY Alumni YouTube channel. In this week's Parshat's Terumah, we begin the massive shift from the intense drama of leaving Mitzrayim, of leaving Egypt, and we begin the long detailed narrative of the building of the Mishkan, the construction of the Mishkan, and the and everything that goes into the building, assembly, and construction of the Mishkan. And this entire narrative gets 5 parshios dedicated just to all of this. And if you look at Sefer Bereshit, Parshat Bereshit, the creation of the world, the creation of the universe, gets 34 psukim dedicated to it. 34 psukim compared to 5 parshios of the building of the Mishkan, which the Mishkan, unbelievable as it was not even a permanent thing. It was a temporary structure built for us traveling from Egypt to Israel. So why does it get 5 parshios worth dedicated to it? Another question is, why not put this in Sefer Vayikra? The Sefer of Shemot is really the story of us becoming a nation, the creation of the Jewish people as a nation. While Vayikra is talking about service of God, the karbanos, and really you would think that the Mishkan would fit right into that Sefer. So what's the deal? What's going on here? So Rabbi Lord Jonathan Sachs really gives an amazing answer. In Bereshit, we travel down to Egypt as a family, one large extended family. And then there's a transition from a family to nation. When we leave Egypt as one large nation, brought together by suffering, enslavement, and now we're this nation. And what did we do then? What we do now just as well, we complained. We complained about everything. We have Moshe's first failed attempt to get them out. They complain about that. When they now we're escaping Egypt, get to the sea, complain then again. We should have just died in Egypt. After that, they complained about the water. They complained about the food. After that, we then get the Torah. We have the divine revelation. And that holds us over for 40 days. 40 days is what it took for us to then have the sin of the golden calf. I mean, think about it. We just had the most amazing miracles, the most unbelievable things happen to us, and we cannot stop complaining. And Moshe's having the same thought process. He's like, what am I supposed to do? And God says to Moshe, tell them to bring things to build this Mishkan. Gold, silver, copper, furs, skins, wool, bring their talents, bring their skills, give their time, contribute. It doesn't have to be large, it doesn't have to be grand, it doesn't have to be permanent. Make something. And Moshe does that. And the people respond. And they respond so generously that Moshe has to tell them to stop. And you know what's amazing is during that whole time that the Mishkan's being built, there was no complaining. There was no rebellion. There was nothing going on like what happened before. What all the miracles and signs that Hashem did for them before failed to do, the construction of the Mishkan was able to succeed. It transformed them. It transformed this group of people into a cohesive group. It gave them a sense of responsibility and identity. And now that we look at it in this context, we have to talk about the Mishkan in this Sefer of becoming a nation. Because and we have to talk about it at length. Because it's one of the most important parts of us becoming a nation. The Mishkan may not have lasted forever, it may not have been permanent, but the lessons that we learned from it definitely were. It's not what God does for us that transforms us, but what we do for God. We have to become builders. We have to contribute. We have to give things. We have to earn our freedom by what we give. It can't be given to us as an unearned gift. It's what we do, not what is done to us, that makes us free. And that's a lesson that is as true today as it was then. And we have to remember that each and every single day. Have a wonderful Shabbos. Thank you so much for listening, and make sure to subscribe.